Hello everybody, it's Walter, your favorite historian, educator, professor, social studies extraordinaire, and blue-collar scholar. Today's date is November 5th, 2025. This video is entitled Privileges and Immunities. So, yesterday, November 4th, there was a massive sweep of Democratic victories in Virginia, New Jersey, and in New York City. Okay, the people of those jurisdictions have spoken. Okay, I want to highlight specifically New York City with Democratic candidate Zohran Mamdani winning the mayor's race there. Now, Republicans literally have been losing their shit over this guy ever since he managed to come onto the scene and hell, actually seek the mayorship of New York City from the get-go. All right, they've been blasting this dude, trashing him, dragging him through the mud, all sorts of things. Okay, and now that he has won, wait a minute, before I even get there, you even had Trump and even Elon Musk give their thoughts on it and endorse Andrew Cuomo, his opponent. Okay, and all of that was for naught, as Mamdani took it home pretty decisively in that election. So now that he is the new mayor of New York City, okay, you've had a lot of reactions from a lot of people. And one I found in particular to be interesting was that of Governor Greg Abbott of the great state of Texas. Governor Abbott made a somewhat silly statement that any New Yorkers seeking to relocate from the Big Apple to Texas, he would impose a 100% tariff upon them. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. I guess Governor Greg Abbott isn't aware of two provisions in the United States Constitution that would make such an action outright illegal. Okay? The first is what's known as the Privileges and Immunities Clause, located in Article 4, Section 2 of the Constitution. Okay? And the second, just like that one, is the Privileges or Immunities Clause located in Section 1 of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. In either case, whichever one is invoked, the Privileges and Immunities Clause prohibits states from discriminating against the residents of other states just because they are from other states. Okay? The whole purpose of the P&I clause, whether in Article 4, Section 2, or the one in the 14th Amendment in Section 1, is to ensure the protection of the principle known as interstate comity. This is why I don't have to get a new driver's license merely driving through the state of Pennsylvania. Okay, this is why you cannot require me to go through all sorts of strange legal hurdles, okay, as a Marylander, if I want to set up a business in Pennsylvania just because I'm a Marylander. If a state wishes to institute some sort of disparate treatment against the residents of another state or other states per se, it better have a logical, compelling reason for doing so. Okay, that's always the exit clause, a compelling state interest. Okay, one particular area where you see states are legally able to discriminate against the residents of other states is when it comes to college admissions. You see that in-state residents typically will pay less to go to college than out-of-state residents. And the whole purpose of doing that is to keep in-state residents at home, okay? Not to necessarily discourage out-of-state residents from going to the school, but rather to keep in-state residents here, okay? But in any case, Governor Abbott's proposal is just outright idiotic and the words of an absolute fool and lunatic who has no idea what the Constitution says, or probably has even less grasp of what it says, even if he has glanced over it from time to time. But that's that, okay? So to deliberately discriminate against New Yorkers moving to Texas would indeed constitute a violation of the Privileges and Immunities Clause located in both Article 4, Section 2 of the Constitution, as well as Section 1 of the 14th Amendment. Okay? If you've never heard of the privileges or immunities clauses in the Constitution, you've heard of them today, and I've just explained to you in the simplest format how they work. They protect the principle of interstate comity and prohibit the states from discriminating against the residents of other states merely because they are residents of other states. Okay? If they're going to discriminate against the residents of other states, they have to have a logical and compelling reason for doing so. Otherwise, said clauses would be invoked. Okay? But I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Leave them in the comments down below, and we'll have good, positive, fruitful discussion. Take care of yourself. Stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you at the next video. Professor Shelton, the Blue Collar Scholar.